Thinking about buying the JBL Clip 4. You might have heard all the hype about its big sound in a tiny package. But here's what surprised me. This little speaker isn't all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, there are some hidden issues you'll want to know before spending your $55. So, if you're hunting for a portable speaker that's waterproof, rugged, and stylish, stick around because I'm about to spill the beans on what makes the JBL Clip 4 both a steal and a headache. Let me start by saying the JBL Clip 4 looks like a dream come true. Compact, colorful, and with a carabiner that clips anywhere, it screams convenience. But here's the twist. Does convenience come at a cost to sound or durability? Spoiler, it's a mixed bag. And if you've been dreaming of blasting your tunes nonstop, you'll want to hear about the battery life caveats you might face in real life. So who exactly is this little device for? If you're an adventurer who doesn't want to sacrifice style or portability, JBL's marketing definitely targets you. Backpackers, beach lovers, and anyone who wants music on the go without lugging a huge speaker. But for the hardcore audiophile or someone who wants uninterrupted party mode, this might not be your best bet. I'll break down why, so keep watching because by the end, you'll know if the Clip 4 deserves a spot in your gear or if you should keep scrolling. First off, let's talk sound, because that's why we're here. JBL promises surprisingly big sound from this pocket-sized beast. And yes, it punches way above its weight with clear mids and decent bass for its size. The JBL Original Pro sound comes through with a pleasant audio experience that's perfect for casual listening during hikes or backyard barbecues. But here's the catch. When you crank it up in a noisy environment, the sound gets thin, and distortion creeps in faster than you'd like. So, if you're expecting a party speaker that can fill a large room or outdoor festival with booming bass, you're about to be disappointed. Now I know some of you are thinking, hold on, it's tiny. Why expect thunderous sound? And you're right, the Clip 4 does its best. But when competitors at similar price points deliver stronger bass and louder volume, it makes you question if the design sacrificed power for portability. One user described it as the classroom speaker, because it's better suited for intimate gatherings rather than throwing down at the pool party. Here's a joke to lighten things up. Why did the speaker break up with its girlfriend? Because it just couldn't handle the feedback. Speaking of feedback, that leads us to the mic quality. The Clip 4 boasts noise-canceling speakerphone capabilities, which means you can take calls hands-free. Sounds great in theory, right? But many users report the microphone picking up a lot of background noise, making calls muddled and frustrating. So, if you envision using this as your on-the-go conference call companion, you might want to think twice. Let's switch gears to design and durability. JBL nailed the exterior with a fresh fabric wrap that comes in vibrant colors, inspired by street fashion, which makes it fashionable enough to match your style. The built-in aluminum carabiner is a genius touch, allowing quick attachment to your backpack or belt loop. It's rugged, dustproof, and thanks to the IP67 rating, it's fully waterproof, so you can literally dunk it in water without worry. Perfect for beach days, hiking in the rain, or accidental pool splashes. However, the downside is the fabric covering. While it looks cool, it's prone to collecting dirt and grime if you use the speaker outdoors regularly. Cleaning it isn't as simple as wiping down a plastic surface, and over time, the colors might fade or the fabric could fray. So if you're hardcore on ruggedness, that stylish fabric might be more of a liability than an asset. Battery life is another double-edged sword. JBL claims up to 10 hours of playtime, which sounds perfect for day trips or long commutes. In practice, if you're playing at higher volumes or using Bluetooth 5.1 streaming heavily, the battery drains faster. Some users report closer to 7 or 8 hours before needing a recharge. And let's be honest, 10 hours is great. But how often do we actually stick to one speaker without plugging it in? Still, the Clip 4 does pack decent endurance for its size, but if you're the type who wants to blast music on a multi-day camping trip, you'll need a power bank. On a funny note, here's one. What's a speaker's favorite exercise? Running bass. Well, the Clip 4 runs with decent bass, but don't expect it to win any sound marathons. Connectivity is straightforward thanks to Bluetooth 5.1, offering a solid wireless streaming experience with minimal dropouts. Pairing is simple and quick, but keep in mind the maximum Bluetooth range is about 30 feet, standard for this class. But walls or obstacles can reduce that significantly. Also, unlike some competitors, you can't connect two Clip 4 speakers for stereo sound, which is a disappointment if you were hoping to upgrade your setup by pairing multiples. Now, I promised you honesty, so here's the elephant in the room. Despite the high Amazon rating of 4.8 stars, there are quite a few common complaints masked by enthusiastic fans. Some reviewers mention the speaker's volume maxing out at a level that's too low for open outdoor areas. Others highlight occasional Bluetooth connectivity issues or the battery life not holding up after a few months. But hey, no product is perfect, right? Considering the price point of $54.95, some compromises are expected. A quick story. I took the Clip 4 on a recent camping trip, expecting a weatherproof light speaker to keep the vibe going around the campfire. It survived the rainstorm unscathed, but when the group gathered with multiple smartphones and devices, pairing was clunky, and the sound couldn't quite shoulder the lively chatter. Also, when it was time to take calls, the mic failed to filter out the crackling campfire and chatter effectively. So, while it's a rugged companion, it's not Mr. Perfect for every outdoor scenario. Another informal review tidbit worth mentioning. The Clip 4's oval shape fits nicely in your hand, making it very pocketable. However, if you're super active or splash into muddy puddles, that fabric wrap seems to attract dirt and can stain easily. I found myself wishing for a fully rubberized exterior like the JBL Flip series to guarantee easy cleaning. Ready for a joke about waterproof speakers? Why don't waterproof speakers ever get stressed? Because they know they can always take the plunge. All right, corny but fitting. All right, so where does that leave us? Is the JBL Clip 4 worth buying or not? Here's the resolution. If you value a portable, stylish, waterproof speaker with decent sound and don't mind dialing down your expectations on bass and mic quality, the Clip 4 is a solid choice. It's especially great if you want something to casually clip onto your bag and provide some good background tunes on the go. For $54.95, it offers a lot of bang for your buck, backed by JBL's trusted legacy and solid build. But if you need a speaker to blast loud music at noisy events, host hands-free calls, or expect rugged durability without worrying about grime, you might want to look at other options. Maybe the JBL Flip series or other rugged Bluetooth speakers with rubber housing and bigger drivers. Before I sign off, one more joke for the road. Why was the Bluetooth speaker so good at hiding? Because it always stayed paired but never seen. Okay, last one, I promise. To wrap it up, JBL Clip 4 is for the casual listener who loves portability, style, and waterproof, designed more than booming sound or professional call quality. It's an excellent day-to-day companion for light adventure, urban exploration, and casual outdoor fun. If that fits your lifestyle, you're going to love what it offers. Looking for the best deal? Check the link in the description for the current lowest price on Amazon. Grab yours today and experience the blend of fashion, portability, and JBL's signature sound wherever life takes you. Thanks for watching. If you found this honest review helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more product deep dives and no BS reviews. Until next time, keep your tunes loud and your adventures louder.